Greetings and welcome to another one of those videos. So, I'm just going to tell you now, this is just a straight out rant video. Um, so go ahead and you hit them thumbs down button. Yep, that's right. You smash the dislike button. Go ahead. I know you want to. You're dying to. You probably already did, and if you did, I thank you for it. So, yeah, Twitter. So I'm doing my Twitter. I'm looking at my feed, and I get this tweet rolling across my feed talking about, hey, what if I told you that Parler is owned by Cambridge Analytica or whatever, Analytica, right? And, the tweet itself is just, and so I read the comments below, and they really got to me because a lot of people were surprised or confused or what? You know, and that pissed me off. There's been a lot of hype about Parler, and as it is mostly a platform for us conservatives to go to and to speak, to share without the Nazi hammer of Twitter. So I replied to the tweet. I get a reply from my reply tweet, and it's just like I wanted to see sources, and the person's like, "Do your research," and it's just like, well, wait a minute, you're a big radio personality, and you have a lot of sway. So if you're going to just announce something like that, then saying do your research isn't going to cut it, buddy. It ain't going to cut it. So, you know, uh, and I wanted the person to share their sources. Well, they didn't. So I did a little quick Google and I got Wikipedia. And Wikipedia said, frankly, Cambridge Analytica, they closed down in March of 2018. They filed for bankruptcy, closed their doors. Most of the people that worked for Cambridge Analytica now work for Interdata, or I think that's the name of it. And uh and Rebecca Mercer had put money behind um Cambridge Analytica and Parler as well. So the original tweet from the person should have said, "What if I told you that the people who used to or who were involved in Cambridge Analytica own Parler," which in itself is kind of false. I mean, but it would have been more accurate than the original tweet. What if I told you if Cambridge Analytica owned Parler, which is not true? Uh, and I think putting money into something, investing into something, it doesn't make you an owner. It makes you a person who is financing something. But anyway, the reason why I jumped my shit and reacted the way I did, and it was a reaction. And if you watch my videos, I'm a big believer in the difference between a reaction and a response. And most of the time, I react because of my issues that I have, which is not an excuse. It's just the way it is and what you get with me. Anyway, so what really pissed me off about this person's tweet was that it was just like, why are you saying this? you know, and I just took it like, okay, so you're making shadow over other people's sunshine. And then couldn't even give up his sources to help people out and be like, here, this is why I'm saying this because of this. This is, where I got this from. No, makes it more complicated and stresses people out more by saying, do your own research. And when you tell people to do your own research, you're going to get all different sorts of things. You're not going to get one common um, source unless you share what you have to compare sources. Anyway, it really pissed me off, and I reacted. And I think that at the end of the day, with how things are, that it's gotten to the point to where it doesn't matter what is owned by whom or who is owned by what, because we are all owned, right? No matter what we use to express ourselves online, no matter what social media platform we use, we're all owned already. Our data is all owned, and there's nothing that we, as the common peasants, can do about it unless we all just stop using social media and go back to the olden days and, meet up in pubs or, in bars or something and have little conversations in darkened corners, right? Because that's the only way or the closest way that you'll ever get to modern quote unquote free speech. You just, or, or communicate with people of like mind. Um, of course, you really can't do that on Twitter because, Twitter is just like saying a bunch of stuff in a crowded room and everybody's going to hear it unless you set certain um, limits on your tweet or whatever. And who does that? Who does that? Really, who does that? Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants that attention. So everyone's vying for this whole, you know, popular mindset of, oh, I've got the truth, or I got this that nobody has, or look, I'm going to share this, or this is what I found out, and da 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 da. It's a mess. It's a total freaking shit mess. So, you know, either if either just stop using social media, stop using the internet, or, you know, or accept it that we are all slaves already, and we have been for a very long time. The only thing that's changed is that we're just becoming more aware of it. And everybody like me that wears the trusty tinfoil hat, we were right. We were right. But for years, we were all deemed as crazy. But we were right. We were right. So, uh, I, I guess, just go out and get you some stationery, some envelopes, and some stamps, and start writing pen pal letters to your friends. You know, if you don't want to use the internet or if you don't want to use social media, my God, you might have to install your landline back in so you make a phone call on the landline without the cell phone for fear of, people knowing where you are or how to track you down. So I'm going to end by saying this. If you don't like it, don't use it. If you want to complain about another social platform that you think might be taking away your Twitter audience, then, well, that's just shitty on your part. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. All of this stuff makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you, then, well, sorry, but I just wanted to get it off my chest. All right, it's enough for me. Bye.